truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Hey, 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 everybody. I know. Another impromptu live. I like to do those a lot lately. Let me get my coffee. Hey, Kim. Pearl Pass, Bubblegum, Gemini. Oh, geez, what now? Ugh, girl. Um, Nobody's going to make me feel bad for talking about it, by the way. So, for those of you, again, that going to come in my comment section, snot and all in it, I feel nothing. I'm about to get into it, Gemini. Hey, Skilo. Remy. OG London girl, I miss you. With the never declining face. Yes, she's alive. Yes, I do. Hold on, Pearl. Let me get you because I would like that. So hold on just a second. For those of y'all who don't know, Granny's watching. Yeah, over here we don't do theys and thems. No, we don't. Give me just a second. She showed. God, hold on just a second, y'all. God almighty. Here, it's in that one, Pearl, with all of us. Hold on. I'm just going to put it back there because I would really love to have you up. She showed, hey, Gina, hey, Shambles, I love Alta, Chaos Queen. She showed a woman's, okay, can you guess who? The most hated lady on here, Fur Baby, good to see you. She showed her DV. It was a FOIA. Supposedly she had a woman up there with her. I don't know who this woman is. I think her name was Julie. They had a FOIA of course, Brittany J's DV situation. I'm not playing it. I didn't record it. I'm not recording anything like that or replaying it. It goes back, I think, from 2017. And unfortunately, this wasn't something that I'm so glad you're here, OG. Big hug to you too. This isn't something, you see the title, y'all got to chill. It's never going to end. It's literally never going to end. And I'm sorry, Granny, but you cannot. It was Wreck-It. Oh, I didn't know who it was. Who is that though? No, Soupy. It was Rakin, not Julie. I don't know who that is. Yes, Shambles. It was. Yeah. Now she's on. She took the stream down. Granny did take the stream down, made a community wall post. Now she's over on her live, supposedly taking accountability, but I hear a lot of whataboutisms. I have never heard of her, good Nunya. Pearl, let me know if you got that, hun. I've never heard of fucking Rackin. Who is that? I'll leave it to Reckon to do some shit. That's why the 90 day. Oh, really? I used to be a part of the 90-day sector. Hold on. Well, on Instagram, not here. Hey, Pearl.
Hey babe, how am I for sound? Am I
You,
okay?
you sound good.
Okay, I've got a different headset on and I can't be bothered to get my other one out. So
Right. Did you see what happened, Pearl?
I didn't see it, but I've seen comments referring to it on several people's community pages. And I mean, before you get into the whole business of, oh, you were dragging Jones in, it's that whole thing of particularly a FOIA about a domestic violence situation, which I gather
Hmm.
it's been hinted at that that's what it was. As I said, I didn't see it. I'm just going by what people have said. What about if he'd have felt embarrassed and had a drink and he'd have beaten the shit out of her after that live? What then?
Exactly. And I'm sorry, but this I didn't see it. I didn't know. I didn't know what was on the FOIA. And I don't know the lady that they're talking about that came up on Granny's. I done forgot her name.
How long does
Rakin.
it take?
Right.
Either Granny didn't inquire what was on the form. Well, that's a mistake. Granny didn't look at the form. That's a mistake. This person didn't tell you what was on the form. I'm meant to believe that you didn't have any conversation about this at all until you actually started talking about it on a live. And then only when there's pushback from the chat do you suddenly decide it's not on. You didn't look at it and prepare in any way. I mean, I presume that this woman had read it before she came up and she never
Of
tipped you
course.
off.
Of course
I'm
she read
sorry.
it. You don't get a you do not get a FOIA and not read the FOIA. Did you
Well,
bother to ask
exactly.
the lady, is there anything on this that's going I mean, what was the purpose of the FOIA? Can anybody let me know why they even
I
got a FOIA?
think, again, this is just going from hints that I've read on people's comments. I think that they were trying to get many years back phone calls and police reports so they could see whether she'd actually reported any harassment or any things that had gone on. You know, they were trying to sort of prove that she was a liar. And to a certain extent, yes, they did. But I mean, that's not a surprise. We know that she exaggerates, but we also know that she's also getting a whole load of flack that people are glorying in that I don't have any time for either. You know, plague on both the houses, absolutely. But
Right.
when you
But
come to a DV situation, I mean, again, people immediately, whataboutism, Jonesing, Jonesing, Jonesing. Um,
yeah.
Jonesing
Or what
didn't go
about when Brittany
looking.
did this? That
Yes,
that was happening. What about when Brittany did this? What about when she spoke on someone's child? That's what I was hearing when I was listening to Granny. If you're meant to be taking responsibility, when you take responsibility, you move everything else off the table and the focus is on you.
yeah. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. Like I said, we're meant to believe that they didn't do any preparation at all. They just went live with this and then were suddenly massively surprised that there was a DV situation involved. Um,
Well,
I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I think that they were excited about it and they went live.
yep.
And then it suddenly, as they were talking about it and people were a bit uneasy in the chat, I guess that the feeling changed.
I guess so. JP, when Granny Watson said, I feel bad for BJ, but she's not a victim. I know, I heard that too. But she's not a victim? You feel bad, but she's not a victim. That doesn't even make sense.
Except that in the thing that you're reading out, she directly and legally is a victim. You may think that she's not a victim in real life because you somehow um, see this back and forth between all of you as everybody getting their just desserts. But this is a whole different thing.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
fact that you can't even admit that, you had the self knowledge, sorry, not self knowledge, the self awareness to realize that it was beginning to turn in the chat. That's the only reason I
That's what
believe
happened.
that you put the lid on this. I think that if they were rah-rahing you along, you'd have carried on. And the fact that you couldn't even go so far as to say, yeah, I don't feel right about this. And regardless of my feelings about BJ, she is a victim in this situation and I'm putting an end to it. But
Right.
again, I'm meant to believe that you were unaware until you got to that bit that you were reading. Spare me.
Oh, please spare me. And if you were up there taking some accountability without all the whataboutisms and everything that had happened before, maybe I would look at this a little differently. But there's also some other components here that it's the constant, every day, all day redirecting of streams on this one person that you all cannot get over. It's Groundhog's Day around here.
Well, have you
And
seen the comment from Natalie from CA?
let me
They
find
made comments about this very document for months. She knew exactly what was going
okay,
to be shown.
there you go. That report Weirdo Rackin read out is from, let me see that. Oh, that was Remy's. Ninny C says that report that Weirdo Rackin read out is from years ago. No reason to read over it. Exactly. I agree. I agree. And if Chronicles, if you're still in here, do you mind me playing? It's not playing the FOIA, but where things kind of took a turn with Granny. Hey, Jeep girl, I ain't seen you in a while. I was actually watching Granny today because I like her. What that lady came on panel and shared surprised everyone. I don't like all this drama between
Jeep Girl,
some.
I'm sorry, but you're
Yeah.
saying that she invited somebody up with a foyer, and at no stage did she say, because even if she was totally surprised, and this person said, "Oh, I've got a foyer," any sensible person would have immediately said, "What's on the foyer?" or "Show me the foyer." They wouldn't immediately launch into dealing with it on an open panel. I just don't believe it.
I have a hard time believing that too. Thank you, Chronicles. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Pearl, I know you haven't seen it. It's a short. Um, it doesn't show anything. It's you can see where things are starting to turn. So we're gonna. It's just a real short one. Hey, Jones, and okay, here we go. Let me unmute.
I did not do it on purpose. I would never do this on purpose.
Oh no,
I'm doing it for those of you who support me. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I did not do it on purpose. I would never do this on purpose. What if he hurts her? Then that's her fault, Val.
what?
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Doing it for those of you who support me. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I did not do it on purpose. I would never do this on purpose.
If he hurts her, that's her fault. No, we're going to hear that one more time. Hold on.
What if he hurts her? Then that's her fault, Val.
Okay, we heard it, didn't we?
Wow. Wow, that is some victim blaming bullshit.
Wow, Granny. If he hurts her, that's her fault. You
Look,
can hate.
I
Let me
know
tell
that
you.
people make this whole argument all the time about how, well, if he's going to hurt you, you should walk away and all this. And that's wonderful that you immediately think that somebody's got one, a place to go, money to get there, the strength to get out the door, the ability to escape somebody who might be chasing them. Nothing is that simple. When I was younger and very naively, would turn around and go, "Oh, well, I would never be in a situation where some man would raise his hand to me." And I've been lucky to be in the situation where everything else in my life allows me to be in the situation that if somebody did raise their hand to me, I would have the ability to go places and do things. That's not true for everyone. And these things very rarely just happen out of the blue. It's part of a wear down process. So you are disregard because you dislike this woman. You're disregarding any programming that she's got from having parents that sort of pushed her down. Any programming that's gone on with this relationship with this individual, uh, whether she's got somewhere to go, whether she's got the money to get there, all these different things. You can't, like, you can just sort of grab your kids and go out the door. And what are you going to do then? Life is, you don't even know if there's a place that will take you in overnight. Uh,
That's true.
it's it's so easy to say that.
Andy,
I'm just flabbergasted. They just won't take response. She has got to be to blame for everything.
literally
Yes, she
everything.
brings a load of this bullshit on herself. I am not standing for her. What I'm standing for is every woman in her situation. It could have been any woman in this sector or on YouTube that you chose to do that to. Ignore the fact that you personally dislike this woman and just see her as a victim of domestic violence who you could be putting in danger.
Exactly. And Andy, thank you for that clarification. Andy said before, oh, I lost it. What was it you said, Andy? Before that woman, whatever her name was, and Granny said that he could not keep his hands to himself. I guess speaking about Brittany's boyfriend or husband. So she had to have known what was on that FOIA and what was going to be shown. I don't think you wanted to take it down until you started getting some resistance from the chat. And I don't know who this titanium person is, but I heard she's really cool. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Cool with the B and all the BJ people that go at BJ. And even she was speaking out against it. Is that true? Because I don't really know her. She was re-victimized. That's right, Hakuna. Let's see what this one says. Oh, Golden Source saying we should raise funds for grannies watching to take domestic violence course. It's mandatory for my profession. I think it should be mandatory for YouTubers too. Wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Especially if you're going to get on here and speak about people's personal lives. It was up for far too long. That's what I heard.
Well, I gather that Granny's watching lives with her parents, so how fortunate for her that she has a family that is that supportive and offers her a place to stay. Not everybody is that fortunate.
No, they're not. And my thing is this hate for Brittany J. Men, don't ever let me get this hateful towards somebody to where I can't even see straight anymore. You all have really gone too far with this. It's way out of control now. And when are y'all going to reel it in? Maybe now. I doubt it because it's too much. It's a bash for cash. It really is. I don't
No,
think it's
it's not
ever
going to
going to stop.
change. This is going to be turned into Granny's watching being the victim of this. Brittany J deserves it. Queen Bee will say we'll turn it into a talk about Foyers and Jonesing, and
Yep.
nothing will change.
That's exactly what'll happen. The whataboutisms will be all over the place. They won't really take any type of accountability. It'll be, well, BJ did this. Well, BJ did that. If BJ has done all of this stuff, I am not excusing it. But you doing it to her as well, make it make sense. Yes, Titanium is speaking out and also receiving attacks because of it. Well, shout out to whoever she is because I know it's hard to go against the grain, especially when all those people are your parasocial friends. It can't be easy. So shout out to her. Exactly, Queen Bella. Nothing is easy about that. I just don't think this is ever going to end, this shit with BJ. And I'm not giving another disclaimer because nobody over here is team BJ. It's just
I
I'm
hope to God,
watching.
given that what has got down with various sort of creators on YouTube, I hope to God that we don't see something disastrous come out of this. And I'm not necessarily saying that it'll happen to BJ. I'm talking generally. This is now
General.
getting so ridiculous that I really do have some concerns about how far this could go.
It's getting out of hand. It's been out of hand, and now we've got FOIAs going back how many years of her domestic violence situation. And I heard that it wasn't just about her, but the children as well. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Reel it in. Y'all have got to chill out. I'm telling you, something will happen. Oh, really, Chasing? Titanium was crying on her channel. She lost subs for. Are you serious? Their hate.
Well, I'm going to find her channel and sub.
You know what? Can one of my mods drop her link in? I don't care. I don't know her. Can y'all drop Titanium's link? For somebody, I got to respect that. For someone to go against the grain like that, because it's hard. For her to step up and say, no, 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 I'm not good with this. I got to respect it. Just Irish says since 2000, back in 2010, just another troll. I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong.
You see that comment here? Queen Bee told Titanium in Granny's watching, I'll deal with you on my live.
Oh, God. You'll deal with what, B? You'll deal
She's
with
got to squash that backbone quickly.
That's what she's going to try to do. Squash that backbone. Don't fall for it. You stand your ground. She didn't even do anything wrong. Oh, my God. Oh, really? I think I've heard of her, JP, but I really don't even know. I don't think I've ever watched her. And I hate that she's catching hell like this, but I am proud of somebody that can stand up and find their backbone, their ass, and speak out against it. It's her unfiltered channel, right? I just don't think this is ever going to end. And the bee will be she'll be live about it. She'll make it about Sinner. She'll make it about.
I think she's live now,
Savage.
and she's got fire in the title.
Of course. It's like they think they're the mafia. Thank you, Remy. It's like the bee honestly thinks that she is YouTube's principal. You understand that not everybody looks at you like that, bee. I look at you as a very weak, thin-skinned, pathetic human. Oh, thank you, Cash. Cash says sometimes you need to step back, take a breath, and clarify hostility. Well, it's definitely gotten to a point where a lot of them need to take a beat, take a break. If your hate for just this one person is consuming you this much that you got her FOIA up from way back of a domestic violence dispute between her and her partner, I don't know. If it's consuming you this much, and I heard Granny say, I hate her. I hate her. Maybe there is something you need to look at in yourself here, because this is way out of hand, y'all. So she already, hold on, let me find that. Soup, she already did. She said she didn't think the intention of showing it was malicious, like people are making it. Who's that, Granny or the bee? How do you just show something like that, though? Yes, it is, Chase. It's going to get somebody hurt. The name Escobar has been taken way too seriously. But I'm telling y'all, if this does not chill out, y'all don't chill out with this BJ person, something bad is going to happen.
Right. Well, I opened the link in the other tab and I've subbed. I don't know whether I'll be over there watching or chatting, but I will remain subbed. She shouldn't lose subs over stupid games like this because she had the nerve to speak up and do what was right.
I respect that. That's all I can do. I can respect somebody that can stand on their own 2 feet, knowing that they're going to get backlash. She probably knew the backlash she was going to get. The report was rough too. Rough. Oh, man. And how long was it left up there?
Cheap girl. I've just read your comment about you think there are too many people on YouTube minding other people's business. And you just told me that you
Oh
were
my
in
God.
Granny's and you like Granny. Okay then.
There's too many people minding too many other. Look, Jeep girl, if you're in Granny's, well, then that's what's happening. Okay? You can like her all you want, but the facts are still the facts, huh?
I suggest you go and look up cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one, girl. I think we just like to make excuses for those we like, and I understand that to a point. But then there's also like, okay, there needs to be a line. When you're wrong, you're wrong. End of. It's on X now? Damn. Who? Why? Why? What? JP, it would be generous to say 20 or 30 minutes it was left up. You cannot tell me that she didn't see what was up there. I don't believe that. Not for that long. She knew. Oh, yeah, nonsense definitely will. She'll strike up alive to defend her, definitely. And I'm not,
Oh, I guess BJ's kids aren't worth defending or worrying
no,
about them.
no, not them. Don't worry about them, y'all. Make sure you send your super chats to Granny and whoever else who's going to defend someone showing someone else's DV situation, because that's what we need to see on here, as if that's any of our business. Oh, it was. I still, man, you didn't have to pull it up and show it. Why is this stuff being put on X?
Look, they managed to get FUBJ trending over
Mm-hmm.
there one night. I can't imagine having this. I mean, I know we dislike Ziggy, but I tell you now, it doesn't rule my life like this seems to be ruling some of yours lives. I don't
God
understand
no.
you.
God no. And I tried to understand. I tried to like put myself in Granny's shoes, maybe her and BJ. We already know that they have a long standing history and they don't like each other. So you can kind of understand their back and forth a little bit. Theirs, maybe. But now we've got how many people involved? Several, 10 channels. But now when it gets to a point to where you're putting a FOIA up of a DV situation, I have nothing for Ziggy. I'm not searching for her DV situation if she had one to put up. That's just, is there limits anymore? Any? No, I don't think there are. Let's see. JP Rackin is the one who put it on Granny's panel, had it on her ex prior to the live. Where did this woman come? Well, never mind. You already told me the 90-day sector. I hate that the 90-day sector is making it's like kind of making them look messy as fuck. Twist. So creators check a person before they come on their platform, but don't check the info they share. Exactly. That's a good point. I don't either, Stars, but somehow they will defend it. Guarantee it. It's just crazy to me. Sorry, I was watching nonsense in voice chat. What happened? Kidding. Shambles. All right, let's see. I can respect the fact that she admitted it was her hatred that made her do it. That's the realest thing we've seen in a while. Yeah, I listened to it for a little bit. Your hatred made you do it. Okay, got it. But don't do all the whataboutisms either. You got to chill on that. When you take accountability, you take accountability. Jeep girl.
Yeah, when your hate is eating away at the bedrock of your morality, you're in trouble.
Laugh out loud. I said I like watching her. I'm not her best friend, nor do I watch her all the time. I have a life. I stand that there is a lot of YouTubers out here that are in the wrong. Well,
Where did I
yeah.
say that you were her best friend? I said You said you went in there and you enjoyed watching her, but then you said that there are too many people minding other people's business. Cognitive dissonance, that was my point. Your hyperbole in trying to make out that I was therefore suggesting you were best friends and you adored her and you spent all your time in there is ridiculous. Go fight the straw man somewhere else.
Yeah, because that really is becoming the straw man. Sassy says, Reckon is the one who gets everything. I learned back you can't just show something. She pulls out. Okay, she's that messy. She did all that digging on Katie Joy, Uni Rock later. She would be asked to get things. So she is messy. And you just had her on. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, Granny, but I believe you knew what was going to be. I do. I do think you knew. You had to have known somewhat of what was going to be in that FOIA. Did you ask the lady what's the point of the FOIA before you allowed her up on your panel? Maybe you all discussed it before you went live. It sounds like it, Zero Jules. It really does. And then when you had it up on your screen, you said you were paying attention to your chat, not your screen. If you were paying attention to your chat, was your chat letting you know, hey, you're showing personal information about a DV situation? Just some things. The math isn't mathing for me here. Okay, stars. Then she says on a live, if Craig does something to Beach. Yeah, I know. I just played that. That's insane. You don't really feel bad, Granny. You feel bad you got caught. Because if you really felt bad about the situation, then you take the accountability, which it sounded like you were at first. And then I was hearing, but what about when this happened to Clue? What about when this happened to the Bee? What about this? What about that? When you take accountability, you take everyone else off the table. It's about you. And that's just my personal opinion. And I don't care who gets mad.
Jeep girl, I'm not arguing with you. If we were having an argument, you'd know about it. I was just putting the fact that you can't hold those two views and then be consistent. You can't say that people are too into other people's business and then say that you were in Granny's and you like watching Granny. And if you can't make head nor tail of that without seeing it as a personal dispute, again, I'm sorry that you're in your feelings about it, but it's just a fact.
I agree with Pearl. Oh, Twilight. Look at this, Pearl. Raccoon turned on a 90-day creator and gave this creator's entire Discord to John. And I know who John Yates is. And if you have any dealings with John Yates, you are very, very messy. I can tell you that. That is, me and John Yates have been into it. This is way back in the Instagram days. He had pulled a FOIA. This is when I first learned of FOIAs on Ashley and Jay.
Well,
I'm
have you
pretty
seen
sure.
Good Ninja's comment? She
No.
warned that it was about a DV situation and asked if it was okay, and Granny's watching said yes. Well, there you go then.
Oh, well, there you go. Now, who has who has all the excuses now? Granny's watching said she didn't apologize for BJ, but for her subscribers that support her. That's not an apology. Your subscribers looks to me like they're fine. They're over there sending you cash app or not cash apps, super chats, telling you that you're okay. Stop apologizing. Your subscribers are fine. You didn't show there for you. Granny said at the start of her stream that she was keeping the good stuff until the end, telling her subs that she had something great coming for them. Her excitement sickens me now knowing what it is.
Wow.
She even did a disclaimer before she read it. Granny, then you cannot, I love that name, let's be honest. You cannot backtrack on this now. You knew what was coming. It is. Sometimes OG London Girl, I love a good crossover, but this is getting a little crazy when you start bringing in the John Yates and I guess the Rakin, whatever her name is, in. I know, Eliza. We ain't been live too long. Okay, well, where was that? She said it was hot tea. Yep, that's really hot tea.
I don't think she enjoyed the hot tea quite as much when it was tipped into her lap
I don't
because she
think she did.
fumbled the cup.
Yeah, I don't think it was so much fun then, was it, Granny? And my point is, like, what's the end goal here? And we talked about this last night on the Jerks briefly about the end goal with the whole covering BJ endlessly day in and day out. The end goal is just cash. So therefore, it's not going to end. I promise you all, even with this happening, this little hiccup here, this will continue with BJ until, and it's unfortunate. And I'm not wanting to speak it into existence. It's already in effect until something bad happens. It's gotten that out of hand. And I'm sorry, but when you have, I don't like to say, oh, you're being bullied because you're being reviewed online. No, I don't always go with that. But when you have 10 or more channels, they're not just reviewing you. Now they're going into your personal life, the FOIA, your DV situation. They're going into what are you eating? What is that thing on your window? What's in your hair? Just picking apart everything, and it's day in and it's day out. Yes. Now I think if we look up the word bullying, I think we're safe to say it's bullying. Because y'all are not going to stop either. And it is for money. Nothing else. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of things about BJ that piss people off. She's pissed me off. But to go at her day in, day out, and now we're at the point where we're showing personal information like this, it's not going to end. It's not going to end.
Look, I was shocked the first time that I heard Queen Bee talk to Lindsay about why don't you go and get beaten again. They are
Right.
not going to do, they're not going to condemn this. They're just
Nope.
going to offer excuses at best and extra humiliation and mockery at worst. It's not that this is not going to be some sort of defining act unless the people in the chat make it a defining act. And I don't know whether there's that much feeling about it. Just because it sort of went a little bit sort of hot in Granny's chat, it doesn't mean that it won't be stamped on by the whole group. But I just don't expect me to believe that you give a damn about working for the children and working for the victims of crime if you don't include uh, a domestic abuse survivor and her children in that group because you don't like her. I don't care how much of a liar she is. She doesn't deserve to get the shit beaten out of her.
Exactly. Exactly. Where was Carrie's? I've dealt with my DV, but she has triggered so many people who haven't and are going through it. Prayer for BJ and everyone who are going through it. Yep.
It's the bigger
Chase.
picture that gets me because we know there are many other people, male and female, and indeed children, who have been sufferers of domestic abuse across YouTube and in this sector. And in the same way as it really bothered me, the facetious comments about sort of bowel incontinence as a result of being anally raped as a child. Hilarious,
Yeah.
hilarious joke. Um,
Right.
even if you don't like that individual and you had every reason in the world to dislike that individual, and I'm not saying that's justified, I'm just saying if that were the case, what about any other person who's in your chat? You think that nearly 2,000 people at times. There isn't one person in there who hasn't been violated in that way by someone, or indeed someone who has got some sort of incontinence problem as a result of being sexually or physically abused. And your humiliation of somebody else becomes part of their humiliation. You don't even know the pain that you inflict on unseen people, and you don't care. That's the point I'm making. You don't care because
Right.
it's all about scoring a point, some imagined point against another person that you don't like.
It's a gotcha moment. But what did you do, really? What was the gotcha moment? You really just embarrassed yourself and could have put somebody, a woman and her children, in danger. Yes, I'm going there. Lacey says, could you imagine if the roles were reversed and it was Brittany done this to Granny? And oh my God, we would have live streams every day, all day for the next 3 years on that one thing. But because it's BJ, somehow, some way, she deserves it, right? Somebody tell me I'm lying.
I know. And let me say at this point, I have not heard this, but I'm taking for a fact what I've heard said. So if I'm wrong, tell me. I will take the correction. I believe that at some point BJ insinuated that Clue in some way profited even from the whole
Mhm.
situation with her ex-partner and the situation with their child. And that is disgusting. And there is
Yeah, it
no
is.
excuse for that. And much as I dislike Clue's views, I would never ever wish any harm upon her child, and it should not be brought on here, and it should not be talked about, and it should not be weaponized against her. So I want to make that, before anybody comes back and goes, oh, but they weren't bothered about what was said about. Yeah, I'm telling you now, I am bothered by it.
Yeah, because Brittany had no clue. Ugh, okay. She had no idea what happened with Clue's child. She wasn't there. And the same in reverse. You all weren't there. You had no business showing it. We just don't have any business on here talking about people's personal struggles. If
Yeah.
they want to come on here and talk about it, then that's their platform. Let them do it. We don't. Stick to what they do on here. And I don't think a lot of y'all can do it. I really don't.
You need to get up to a mirror and look yourself square in the face and ask yourself in the mirror, why is it that one child's abuse is an absolute tragedy, which is a fact and the truth, and somebody else's possible sexual abuse is just laughs and giggles? What's wrong with you?
Good question. Oh, I don't know, Chase. So I really do not watch Brittany. I don't. So, but I did hear that it was spoke about on her panel,
I
and
don't
that
know the facts of it, Chase, and that's part of the problem. But I know that if I don't refer to it at this point, it will immediately be twisted that I'm only
oh
concerned
yeah,
about this one situation and I don't give a damn about all the others. So I'm covering the ground and saying, for those with the heart of understanding out there, I don't think it's justifiable in any case to anyone.
sorry, Pearl. I went and got my coffee.
Oh, so apparently it was this Kim person. Okay, but again, you should be prepared to control and correct the bullshit that is said on your panel. I guarantee you, if one of the girls said it on the Jerks, the rest of us would be like, are you sure about that? Are you sure that's the position that you want to take? Because it's not a
Right,
position I want to sit next to.
right. Oh, Red Kim said it on BJ's. Okay, so it was Redkin, and same. I mean, BJ should have shut that down as well. She didn't know the situation. It has to do with somebody's child. Just how about not mention it? But still, I was told Raccoon is totally anonymous. Oh, well, everybody thinks they are. No one knows her real identity. And she has some sort of connection or job where she can get info others can't. Wow. Well, She definitely got BJ, but BJ's information has been out there for a long time. And what? Yeah, I get what you said, Sassy. What possessed her to get this? Why? I don't even know this lady. I haven't even heard of her in this sector. Well, she came from the 90 Days sector dealing with John Yates, and then now you're over here digging into. And didn't that other lady, what's her name, Terry Lynn, didn't she come from the 90 Day sector too? Is everybody just coming over here now? Everybody's merging, and it's like, oh, there's this chick named BJ. We can cover her and get 1,300 or yeah, 1,300 people in our chat. I was up at 3
It
o'clock.
appears the fuck shit siren has gone off, and all the people who love a mess are turning up.
They are. Oh, she is not anonymous. She's been outed by the 90 Day community. Let me talk
Well, I
to
love
On.
that for her. I love
I
that
do
for her.
too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lana says also bitches like BT should never been respected, hiding herself like a snake legs and has the nerve to judge and shame others. You know what? I used to think she was smart. I really did. You know what, Pearl? I've been thinking about this. Is the bee out here setting trends? Because if you think about it, everybody she has spoke about becomes the new topic. It was Dolly, Red Dot. It was Bullhorn Betty, Little Skid Row. Everybody picked that up. Now it's BJ. Yes, I've skipped some people. Now it's BJ, and everybody has picked that up too. Is Are y'all just following suit with whatever the B is
I think there are a
on?
bunch of remoras fixed on the side of the shark. It's like, oh yes, yes, we'll live on the sort of ecosystem around the shark. Yeah, the money's coming in, and if we get a little bit of it, that's fine.
Well, you know that that's going to piss the bee off at some point because she nothing she hates more than people stepping on her territory and messing with her money. They're all going to turn on each other. It's just a matter of time. Let the dead bury the dead. And I mean that figuratively.
Look, there was a time. Uh, I mean, not as big financially, but in impact and influence. There was a time when I never thought. I, but Benny Keys, he was untouchable for so long. He got away with so much bullshit, and it
He
was like
did.
YouTube and police. They will never come for him. Look what happened. And
Yep.
I'm going to say this, and again, I wish nothing but health and long life and happiness to her son. So don't start that bullshit. But again, Tiffany Marie, she thought her life was untouchable. You never know what life has got in store for you.
That is true. And before y'all start the don't talk about it. No, no, no. The point is careful. Just be careful. You don't want to be, yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
I know.
literally can happen to anybody in any situation. Like I've said this before. I was in the cinema in the morning and I was in intensive care in the evening. And then that was it. It was wheels.
Yeah,
You never know what is going to happen.
you really don't. I don't usually share a personal story on here. Oh, I went to bed with somebody I loved one night. This has been years ago. I woke up in the morning, he was gone. You really just don't know. And I was watching this thing yesterday. I think it was Eddie Murphy. I posted it on my community wall. 75 years if you're lucky. You have 75 winters, 75 summers. How are you spending your time? And he says a lot more, but that hit a little different for me. It really did because how are we spending our time? I don't see anything wrong coming on here talking about some drama. I really
No,
don't.
I don't, and I don't see anything wrong with people who enjoy reality TV or doing diamond art or whatever. Everybody has the things that are pastimes for them, but when that thing starts to dominate your life, as opposed to good constructive things, then your balance is out of whack. I'm sorry. I
There
know
you
people
go.
are gonna go, "Oh, she's so pious. Oh, she's so high horse, blah, blah, blah." I would never get these wheels up on a high horse. I would be patronizing from the chair. Um, I'm just telling you what I think, and you're free to disagree and call me whatever you want. You can kiss my wheels. I will roll on. I don't care. It's my opinion, and I'm gonna have it.
We are. We are going to have it. Nothing is going to make me feel bad about it. Yes, I was just looking at that deets. Give me just a second. Let me go back to it. Oh my God, y'all. It's all over X. All over it. So, and it's
Why?
Granny's life.
Why? Is it not enough that it's all over this sector of YouTube? Why is it got to be all over X as well? What the hell is it that you're trying to do? I would just love that answer. What's the end game? What do you see as your what's going to be the thing that happens that makes you happy and you consider is the end of it? I'd love to know that.
Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see something. Let me make sure this isn't. Uh, Let me sign in. Who is Brandy Wine?
It's some character that's on X that's been they were the first person to put up the images of BJ's house, if I remember rightly, and so they have a relaxed grind.
They're not letting me in X, damn it. I haven't had an account in so long on there, they're not letting me in, Deets. Yeah, and there's a security alert because I tried to get in with one of my alt accounts. It should be independent thinker.
Amazing! I tell you now that if you get in there to post porn, you'd have no problem. It astonishes me the amount of casual pornography that is on that site.
Remember, Nature Boy put that's how he got one of his charges. Revenge corn, as I call it. He put the girls on X and it was left up there. I don't, X is a good name for Twitter now. Oh my gosh, I need that. I need that. She's an anti BJ, but that clip is the proof. Deeds, can you send? Okay, Chronicles ask if you could send her that. It's not documents, Lana. She posts about BJ all day, every day, 24/7. Holly says, even on X. I know, yeah, I know you remember.
Pastor's just asked you to check your DMs, Soup.
Okay, thank you, Pass. I'm checking. Okay, hold on. You got it for a minute, Pearl?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to sort of slightly digress just for a couple of minutes while Soup's doing whatever she's doing and say to you, when we're talking about life can suddenly turn on you unexpectedly, I like to go over to the rap sector because it's calmer and nicer than this sector, which is unbelievable. But there you go. Even with all the beefs, Clips have got a new album out, and the first track is called "The Birds Don't Sing," and it is who old rappers and predominantly known as what they call coke rappers, talking about the deaths of their parents that came quite close together. And it is the most heartbreakingly beautiful rap song you will ever hear. Um, Talking about how unexpectedly things happen that you never see coming. It's a fantastic song. So there you
Here
go.
we go. I am opening X. I downloaded the app again. Dang it. All right. All right, here we go. Yes. All right, let me go back to Discord. Now see if it'll let me in.
That either my chat or Jay's chat
Okay.
they were going to.
Okay, give me just a second. Now let me pull it up on here. Hey, Beeford's Burford. God, I can't say it. I am so sorry. It's not Buford's. I've been saying her name all wrong, and I feel horrible. Buford in the building.
It's Beefurg, isn't it? Beefurg?
Beeford, and stupid me has been calling her. Oh God, the wrong name. I am so sorry. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Okay, I am pulling up X. I still want to
Tiny
call it.
Desk was amazing, OG London Girl. And I need to reply to a DM that you sent me. I have not opened any DMs now other than from Eliza and Soup for a couple of months. Some shit has gone down majorly, and I really do need to sort of start talking to people about it. I'm not ready yet.
Only when you are ready, Pearl. She is not ready just yet. Okay, here we go, y'all. Give me a second. Oh no, internet, don't let me down now. Don't embarrass me in front of these good people. Oh my God, and it has 666 views. That's a horrible number. Okay, give me a second, y'all. I promise I'm
Yikes.
getting. I know. Okay, pull up. It's just buffering. All right, let me get a little. I'm still here, y'all. I hate dead air. All right, let's try again. Come on.
I
Pull
love
up.
that. I love that there are people in the chat who thought that there was actually a Buford in the chat, and somehow they were blocked and couldn't see them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm so stupid. Oh my
somebody
God.
else, Reverend just put, I looked an entire morning for a Buford. And then you see, I just assumed you were talking to someone who had me blocked. Lol.
All right, y'all. I've got it. Let me share screen. Oh, really? Friend or foe, E11? That sucks for them. All right, let me share the screen here.
Chat had a commenter state that they were going to barricade all of Brittany's doors and light the house on fire. And Brittany said that she called the cops and then said that she was texting with them. Put it two if you remember that. Remember? They were texting her. Yeah, you guys remember that? Brittany, how come the only two phone calls for the police to your property or any contact you've had with the police is one's about larceny and the other's about Craig? You heard me right. There are only 2 incident reports to your address, Brittany, which means you've only called the cops twice to your property. One wasn't even you calling, it was somebody else calling. Something to do, Brittany, with a lawnmower and a weed eater? Larceny?
No, we're not going to. No.
Larceny.
Laundry. We're not showing that over here. This is something else. Deets sent me this. Deets would never send me the DV stuff to show. Never.
Larceny is like stealing. She lied again. I don't know if she has an attorney, but I know damn well she has not made police reports.
But you know what the police reports were.
Larceny is
so
a
you
legal
knew what
term
you were
for
referring to.
Exactly.
theft, the unlawful taking and carrying away of another person's property with the intent to permanently deprive the owner of it. There was no police report about the alleged threat to burn your house down. There's no police reports on Jessica, which would be me. There's no police reports on YouTube drama. There's no police reports on Queen. There's no police reports on Jay. There's no police reports on Clue. There's a police report that you made, Brittany, about Craig. And there's a police report on Craig's dad for larceny. Other than that, there is no police reports. None at all. Do you want to be honest with the audience, Brittany? Do you want to tell your audience you have lied every time you said you have called the cops? You have lied every time you made people hold on claiming you are calling the cops?
Go ahead.
Why is she telling the world something that is related to Craig's father? He's anything that he's been accused of. What has that got to do with anything?
That's what I was wondering.
Will it be okay if somebody digs up something on your family?
You know how that would go. You know how that would go, Granny.
You have claimed you have been so scared, but you haven't called the cops. You have claimed you've received threats to your emails, but you haven't called the cops. See, there's this thing, and it's called a FOIA, right? And Brittany, who recalls Brittany accusing me of FOIA in her house before? Anybody? Anybody else remember? Nope, no SWAT. No SWAT. Oh, she said that? Wait a minute. Oh, Lemon said that. You guys remember that? Yeah. Yeah, well, guess what, Brittany? I didn't. I could because it's legal to do that. I could because you threw me in litigation on the means that you're so afraid of me and I threatened you, yet you've never even made a singular police report against me. But I never FOIA'd. She lied. She lied her ass off when she said I FOIA'd her. I didn't. I didn't FOIA her. I had no reason to. But somebody else felt a reason to.
Oh.
And you fucking liar. You fucking liar. No, your house was never threatened to be on fire, but your pants may be. You are a liar. I don't know. I've never done an Agent 99. So a FOIA stands for, although I know her legal advisor, Kim, told her it stood for federal, it does not. It stands for Freedom of Information Act. It's a U.S. federal law that grants the public the right to request access to federal agency records. Essentially, it allows citizens to obtain information from the government, promoting transparency and accountability. That's what a FOIA is. Who can request it? Any person, individual, corporations, organizations can make a FOIA request. She never even called that in either. No, we'll see if the person that did call wants to come on panel. They're welcome to. Brittany was called a FOIA and she didn't. She knew that's right. We kept telling her FOIA and see who FOIA'd your house, Brittany. FOIA and see who was FOIAing you. You wouldn't do it.
It's almost
So has
over.
CPS been out to her house then, or that officer, police officer she had there the other day? What about her fan windows? Nope, nothing. That's why she never shows proof. There's never proof. Oh, yeah. All those clips, Brittany, I have of you claiming you called the police on me. All the police reports that you claim to have made against me. Because you's a liar. Sounds to me like the walls are closing on BJ in every angle. Well, they need to, because I'm tired of her fucking lying.
All right. That was the end of that. So she knew. She absolutely knew what was coming. Pearl, you got it for just a second. Pearl muted.
Yeah, darling, I've got it. Yes, it's obvious that she knew exactly what she was getting into, and that she wanted the person who actually had made the FOIA to come up on panel. I don't really see how you can view that any other way. I always thought that the whole lawsuit thing was farcical, and I always thought that it was going to backfire to some extent on Brittany, and I wasn't even that aware of her at that stage. It was just the fact that she tagged on to this, and I was just thinking, oh, if they've got a long-standing feud, this is just going to get extra messy, and I can't see anybody coming out of this without problems. And that has been sorted out, but even now, it's just the results of that are that everybody's out for revenge. And even the people who aren't directly involved are just sort of too into it. It's like bread and circuses. It's like it really is like people turning up to watch the Romans fight the lions, so they can see some bloodshed and do some jeering and then go home and live a normal life.
That's exactly what it's like. And I don't think it's ever going to end. It's just going to get worse. And you're absolutely right, Twilight. She sounded so proud of herself for having that information. Hey, Gavel Geeks. I believe that she knew exactly what was on there and what was going to be talked about. And it sounds like it's a really unfortunate situation for a lot of these people who have involved themselves with raking. Yeah, I don't know why they did this, but I don't envy them. And this is going to be messy in the end from what I've been hearing. Leo says she enjoyed every moment of this until she saw the chat turning. Absolutely.
Look, we know the statistics. The thing is, regardless of whether they like or dislike Brittany, when it comes down to domestic violence, there is going to be a huge proportion of people, predominantly women, in that chat who will have experienced that situation, and they're going to have feelings about it.
Yeah. And I absolutely agree with you, JP. Meanwhile, this particular situation is 100% endangering BJ and those kids. And I know people don't want to hear it, but BJ is a victim. She is.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are so many different ways that it could go down and develop into a domestic violence situation again. If she's on edge, she could do or say something wrong that is not connected directly with this situation that sets the situation off. It could be that he gets angry that he doesn't feel that she's defending him enough. So many ways. I mean, I really could go through a whole list, but you're all intelligent women in here and men. I know there's a few men in here.
Yeah. It's not hard. Come on,
I don't know
y'all.
why people can't see how this could go so spectacularly wrong.
And Granny, I heard it in your voice. You were very giddy. You were very excited to talk about this, to show this for you. I do believe that you knew what was on it. You can't tell me, nobody can change my mind on this. And it wasn't until you started seeing some pushback and resistance in your chat that you privated the live. It's probably still there, just privated. It'll let you know. And then you restart a live and you're
She
snotting
was
all over the
crying. She was crying for herself. Is that what I'm
Yes.
reading in this chat? Oh my
Oh, yeah,
God.
I heard her. It was for herself.
I
At first,
didn't
I'm
know
listening
that.
and I'm thinking, okay, sounds like she's taking accountability. And then I hear all the excuses and what BJ's done. No one is going to take away from what she has done. But if, like I keep saying, if you're going to take accountability, it's on you. It's not about 50,000. What about this? What about that? You just take accountability, leave everybody else out of it, and step away.
Thesaurus's comment. GW stated on her apology live that she thought it was just a homicidal threat,
Oh
not
my
physical.
God.
Oh, well, that's okay then,
Oh my God.
because they never go wrong, do they? Nobody
No.
ever threatens to commit a homicide and then follows through.
Mm. I'm going to need a list. Creators who stood for this and the ones that stood against it. Thank you, JP. I think that's a good list to actually have. And there's one, what is her name again, y'all?
Titanium.
Titanium. And
Titanium has lost subs over this. If you want to do a nice thing today, go over to Titanium's. Even if you never bother checking in, sub up.
there you go. Anybody that stood against it, I'm going to have some respect for, because I know that wasn't easy, considering that you have so many people that are anti-BJ and just want you to stay on her neck. So I know that that was hard. So shout out to you, girl. Whoever you are, shout out to you. No, stars. She's not. It's about her. It's really about her. Without Borders. Thank you for standing up against this. Any DV survivor should be horrified about this taking place. It's not the first time she put a DV victim in a dangerous situation. Angers me so much. I've heard. I've heard that she has. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle posted it right above you, Georgetta. George, and God Almighty, me and names right now. You see it? Okay. There you go. Make a safety plan. Resources are available.
Luminous, if you're in here to shoot your mouth off, save your time and mine and don't bother. But if you do
She
start,
actually said,
you will get.
she actually said thank you. But we're used to the other.
All I saw was the red angry face. I didn't see any of the comments. I was just saying,
I
you know,
know.
sort of, you may not be picking the opportune moment because I'm getting spicier as the minutes pass.
She came in correct this time, Pearl.
Then
Pearl
I
is just,
apologize. That is completely on me. I know that there are things that we definitely disagree about, but if we agree about this, then I salute you.
what? Good Nunya says, JP, add Jay to the list. She was angry about it in chat. Are you talking about Jace for Justice was?
Apparently so, yes. And I must admit, I was actually over at Jay's listening to her read a book. I never go in her chat, and I saw that she was reading some book, and I thought she's never reading the whole book, and she did, and she was actually really good. I mean, she did some stumbling, but then that often happens when you're reading for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Wow, Jay. I'm going to take the people's word on this for now and shout out to you. I'm actually shocked. Good for you. Wow. Yes, Gemini. So I just listened to Granny's commentary as the report was shown. Ugly, real ugly. See, I've not watched it. She did private it, but I know that people have it. And like they said earlier, it's all over Twitter, aka X. Right, Luminous is angry with what Granny did. Oh my God. Hold on. Plus, I do fear for her now after the way she gets drunk and she excuses it. Yeah, yeah. Community T, good to see you. With what Jay has said about BJ, she can only blame herself that it went that far. They all pushed. Yeah, Jay has been a part of it. I do commend her for saying something against this, though. I do have to give her credit if she did. Hopefully, she sticks to it. Yeah, Remy. Yeah, that might not be a good look. Might not be her best work. Oh, I'm sorry, perfectly. Work got involved. But I don't see this ending every day. It's the same thing. And those of you that participate in it, and there's some of you that I used to know, and watching you all participate in it is, it's actually sad, but I've let that go. It is what it is. You showed your hand and you played them. Right, Leon? Because we know that some people are going to be making their community posts talking about allegedly with Brittany J. On this day, you lied and did. No, no, no. Right, Joneson? Joneson, yeah, you can also tell them this is for awareness. We explained we have a child with autism, and if any nutbags call with lies about a wellness check or whatever, oh my gosh, it's BS unless it's from us. Okay, I missed something.
The fact that you can call the police and warn them off about situations that other people might try to make difficult for you. And this is certainly, we've had situations in this country, I can think of one off the top of my head, where an adult with autism was tasered because they wouldn't comply and died as a result of being tasered a couple of times. And they obviously had some sort of electrical issue with their heart. In America, I know there's been situations where young boys with autism have ended up shot dead because, of course, they don't comply with what the police are asking because of their particular issues. And it is frightening to think that other people can cause this sort of situation that could end up with somebody losing their life.
Thank you so much, Kim, for the $9.99 super chat. Just because y'all are freaking awesomely awesome stand-up women. Glad to know you both. I can say the same about you, Kim. Thank you so much. Hey,
I'm glad
Will.
to know you, Kim. I really am.
Yes. Okay, JP, I'm just confused. I'm against FOIA for any reason on creators, but in November it was bad. And today it's good. How is this real life? Yeah, I know. They got all the smoke for Joneson, okay? They'll keep that smoke for her. It'll always be brought up, even though she admitted it was not the right thing to do.
And she said earlier in this chat while we were talking, I saw it go by, she made this big point about she was wrong to do it. This FOIA is wrong. The FOIAs are wrong. You know, let's just stop it, all of it. So she
Yeah.
did make it very clear. She did not use this as an opportunity to justify herself. And I respect that.
Yeah. I was there when she took her accountability too, but they don't want to hear it. Thank you, Just Irish, for being a member for 1 month. We knew we could count on you and Pearl. Thank you. And thank you, Archangel, for the $1.99. Soup and Pearl keeping it real. I hope so. When I was watching her apology live, I was like, okay, I missed something. And Joneson always comes through with her community wall post. So I went and looked at her community wall and I'm like, wow, this really happened. So Sue played Joneson video. Which one? Oh, the one from Chronicles. Is that the one? I'm gonna wait for you to tell me. Rosebud, what's it going to take for those grown ass people to stop acting like fools? I don't know. I have no clue. It just seems like it's never going to end because there's
Remy. I remember that case because not only did that young man have cerebral palsy, as well as autistic spectrum disorder, he was on the other side of a chain fence. And he wasn't near anybody. Even if he did have a knife, he wasn't near anybody. And the police shot him 9 times.
Damn. I don't
I
remember
think it was
that.
something like 18 seconds from them stopping the car to shooting him dead. And he was on the other side of a fence. There wasn't even an attempt to talk him down.
Damn, I don't remember that. Okay, wait, Jason, are you talking about the one from X? You want to hear that one, Joneson? Because I still got it up. Let me just play it real quick. Thank you, Michelle. All right, here we go.
In October, that either my chat or Jay's chat had a commenter state that they were going to barricade all of Brittany's doors and light the house on fire. And Brittany said that she called the cops and then said that she was texting with them. Put it 2 if you remember that. Remember? They were texting her. Yeah, you guys remember that?
Okay, Grandma.
Brittany, how come the only 2 phone calls for the police to your property or any contact you've had with the police is one's about larceny and the other's about Craig?
Oh,
You
this
heard me,
one.
right?
Okay, thank you. Hold on, let me stop sharing. I did not know what you were talking about. Okay. I am so sorry, y'all. Okay, I see it now. Give me a second. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. And hold on. I'm getting there, y'all. Sorry, Pearl.
No rush, darling. Everything is relaxed. It's fine. I'm just reading Sassy Nossy's comment about having a wellness check called on her by Perp. And
Yep.
In some ways, you're probably the safest person to get a wellness check called on you because you're a white woman in a relatively safe area of a certain age. But as you say, your child is non-verbally autistic, and that could have really turned bad.
Yeah, it really could. The wellness checks are stupid too. Okay, y'all. We got Jones in here. She's pulling her hair back. She's getting ready. Here we go.
Or did she take
Grannies watching chat. Let me just say this. I have every motherfucking right to speak on you and what you just did by showing that FOIA of Brittany J. Why do I have a right to speak on it? Because, bitch, you took part in condemning me for getting the FOIA on Queen. Period. Point blank. So, Rakin got the FOIA for BJ for the same exact fucking reason. You said it. For the same exact fucking reason as I got the FOIA for Queen, which was to prove a bitch was lying, right? So then I share it with Center privately, not for him to post. I've got the emails to show that. I send it to him privately so he knows he's not fucking crazy and she is actually a danger to people and a menace to fucking society. And he decides to go live with it. Okay, fine. That's on me. That's on me. That's my bad. But what Center did, you just did, bitch. You need a reality check. Y'all don't get to say fuck all to me or Center ever again. And Queen, you saying Rakin, you don't think she did it to be malicious? She did it for the same reason I did it to you, bitch. I was wrong, so that means Rakin's wrong. Center was wrong, that means Granny is wrong. Furthermore, bitch, let's step into the shit about what you shared versus what Center shared. Center shared what I sent him, which was about harassing phone calls to the mother of her child's friend, right? That's what it was about. What you just shared was about a creator getting her fucking ass whooped. Her fucking ass whooped. Y'all know Craig's a drinker. Do y'all know if he's an angry drunk or a happy drunk? Please let me know. What you just shared is worse than the FOIA that I gave Center and that he shared. Why are you fucking, y'all are in the Twilight Zone. What the fuck is going on? Like, how do you not, you can't even fucking compare harassing phone calls to a bitch getting her ass whooped. You're fucking foul, and you're a liar, and you take zero accountability. Fuck what you think, Granny. Till y'all motherfucking subs are ready to keep the energy across the board, you best not say shit either, because you gonna look hypocritical every fucking word that comes out of your motherfucking mouth. I'm just saying, bitch is back from vacation. Let's get it.
Well, now, she said what she
Facts
said.
on facts on facts on facts.
I'm sorry, y'all, but that is. Now, come on. You can't say nothing anymore. What you just, I stand on that. I'm about to play that again. And she's back from vacation. You heard her. Don't say nothing. Joneson, where'd that go? Sorry. This was my initial reaction. I was heated. There's nothing wrong with it. My God, all we have heard. Joneson. Okay. And Joneson said she was wrong. But across the board, keep that same energy. If you can't do that, just shut up then. Don't say nothing. Keep it cute and keep it mute. Because you look stupid. That's right, Boochie. Don't say nothing no more. Your girl Granny let y'all down today, okay? She really did. She embarrassed all y'all. You can't say Joneson anymore. Truth, boom, facts. That reminds me of Pearl's song. That's right, Remy. Not a single word ever. But you know that they will. They'll have all their whataboutisms.
Oh, they'll try it.
Yep. Pearl, people are loving your song, by the way. When you shout boom, she shouts facts. I'm probably getting it wrong, but it's been in my head all day. I don't talk to her, Rhonda Smith, but I'm sure somebody's checked on her. Yep, she sure did, JP. It's all wrecked. Just fucked it all up, didn't you? Just Jake, good to see you. How long before QB starts screaming, cussing, and telling BJ, why don't you get your arse? Exactly. That's what she'll say, too.
Yeah, probably sometime in the next 8 hours. Having heard her say that to somebody who I believe is in this chat, I will never get over that. It was just cruel and disgraceful.
It really was. And that's the type of stuff that the bee does, okay? Anytime she gets pissed off, she will come out here and say, and then she talks about that she doesn't talk, she doesn't show anything or tell anything if people want to leave. Yes, you do. You come on here and talk about it 1,000 times. I'm sure Granny knows. I am sure someone, or not Granny, but BJ, I'm sure somebody hit her up. Did Granny let them down, or did she take one for the team, though? I have questions. I don't know. That's a pretty bad point.
Well, she's taking it for the team now, whether she intended it or not.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, y'all. I'm going to have to end it here because I've got some stuff to do. Pearl, thank you for coming up with me because
it's always a pleasure, darling. Always a pleasure.
I'm so glad you came through. I needed you for this one because it is a delicate subject.
Oh, you thought that what you really needed was somebody to wheel in and get spicy.
Yes, I need that too, Pearl. I need all your talents, okay? You just have a way of saying things that I don't. I just don't possess.
Oh, that's not true. Don't do yourself down. You're one of the most emotionally intelligent women I've ever met. You really are.
Oh, who is saying that we're gloating? Whatever. Get your ass on up out of here. I don't want to hear that done. Thank you, Zero Jules. I appreciate you having me there. All right, y'all. I'm going to end it here. I'll catch y'all maybe later. The Jerks, we're going to be live again next week. So be looking out for us. Damn it, nappy nap. Okay. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed day, and we'll
Good
keep an eye
night.
on the YouTube streets. And don't forget, JP is taking notes. So I'll look forward to JP videos. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Love you, Pearl. Can you hear me?
I love you too, dear. Sorry, I just muted and was taking the headset off, and you said that you love me, and I was like, I've got to say that back before we disappear.
All right. I'll see y'all later.